And so I've been sharing that we can have more grace or more favor for the new year for 2024. So we're decreeing and believing for more grace and favor than you've had this year or in previous years. Let God give you more grace. Let God give you abundance of grace. 2 Corinthians 9:8, I quote it almost every day. God is able to make all grace abound toward you. So there's all grace, there's abounding grace, there's abundance of grace, favor, there's more grace. So God has more grace to give to you. God has more favor to give to you. And regardless of the challenges that you may be having in your life or the things that may come whereby you need more grace, you'll need more grace than you have now, God will give it to you. So don't be afraid of the future. Don't be afraid of the challenges of the future. Don't be afraid of running out of grace or lacking grace or favor that you need for the new year. We're decreeing favor. I've also published a decrees for 2024 that you can download at jebiblestudy.com. A lot of decrees for the new year. We're already decreeing from this decree list in our morning decree in Clubhouse, and begin to decree favor for 2024. Don't wait until 2024 gets here. Begin to decree favor. There's a lot of scriptures on favor in the Bible and a lot of decrees. This book, Prayers That Unlock Favor, has many decrees and many prayers in it, as well as this book, Ridiculous Favor. In most of the books that I've written, I've tried to put decrees and prayers in the book that go along with the teaching. So you can be consistently decreeing and speaking and believing and receiving more grace, more favor. So more grace. Begin to say, I will have more grace. I will have more favor in 2024. I'll have more grace and more favor in the future. I will increase in grace. I will grow in grace. Grace can be multiplied unto you. So there's a lot on favor and grace. Grace can be multiplied. You can grow in grace. You can increase in grace. You can have abundance of grace. You can abound in grace. You can have more grace. God does not want you to lack, because God's grace is sufficient. Whatever you're dealing with, there's a grace that will make you have sufficiency. Sufficiency. God is able to make all grace abound toward you, that you having all sufficiency in all things. That's a good word. To be sufficient means that you have what you need. You're sufficient. You're not lacking. You have all that you need. God is able to make all grace or favor abound toward you, that you having all sufficiency. Begin to decree that. I have all sufficiency in all things. Based on 2 Corinthians 9:8. I have all sufficiency in all things. That's a good decree. I have all sufficiency in all things. So begin to believe that God's grace will be sufficient, that you will have all sufficiency, that you'll have everything that you need when it comes to grace and favor for 2024. You'll not lack. You'll not be insufficient. You'll have more than enough. You'll have all the grace and favor you need to deal with any situation that arises. Financial, relationships, marriage, ministry, business, whatever it is, I decree over those, especially those that have been giving. Remember, 2 Corinthians 9:8, the context is giving. Paul was receiving an offering for the poor saints of Jerusalem. And we do receive offerings for poor nations, and we sow into poor nations in this particular room. You know, it's amazing. I was sharing with my wife. I put up some pictures of what we're doing in South Africa with all the children. And somebody put the comment in end time or end of the year tax write-off, as if our motivation in giving to the poor was just have a tax write-off. I don't understand how people always think negative, thinking that people, you can't just love the poor. You just can't help the poor. You got to do it because there's a tax write-off. We don't take a tax write-off even in giving, because what we're giving is from our ministry. And someone typed that in. It's just amazing how people always think negative. And chances are that person that typed that in probably is not doing anything for the poor. They're probably not giving anything for the poor. Yet they have a negative. It just amazes me. I just don't understand people, but it shouldn't amaze me because I've been dealing with people for 66 years. So it's just, no, we give that because we love the poor. We want to help people. That's our motivation. That's it. Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works. That's being a believer. So maybe your motivation when you give is to do it for a tax write-off. Maybe you don't have any compassion and love for the poor. You just do it for money. That's not the way we operate. So whoever said that, you might be watching, you need to be ashamed of yourself. You need to really get a life. Okay, let me stop and be nice and be kind. Because it's just insane. Okay. All right. God, Jesus, help me, Lord. All right, so yes, let's have grace. I know it's just insane. The people, what's in people's minds, what they type on a post. It's beyond me. I can't. I need more grace. I definitely need more grace. Sometimes I don't even read the comments because you need grace just to read the comments. Most of them were good. Congratulations. You're doing a great job. Thank you for blessing my nation. Most people have good comments, but you always have that one runt among 1,000. The runt, R-U-N-T, that one runt that always has something negative to say. I rebuke the spirit of the runt. I command it to go. Okay. Let me stop. Okay, baby. Oh, God. Oh, Lord. Oh, brother. I got myself laughing here on Facebook Live. Okay, people. I think I'm just going to laugh. When I thought of runt, I just started laughing. Okay, if you know what a runt is, look it up. R-U-N-T. Get a definition of the word runt. Let's get all the runts out. Okay. Don't be a runt in 2024, okay? Be delivered from the runt spirit. All right. Let me stop. Let me be nice. I love you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember, God gives more grace. More grace. James 4:6. God gives more grace. Receive it, believe it, and walk in it in 2024. I'm done. We'll do it again tomorrow on the porch, Facebook Live. We'll continue this discussion in Clubhouse. Thank you so much for your gifts, your support, your giving. I really do appreciate it. And until tomorrow, same time, God bless you and double shalom. God bless.